This is one of the better quarterback rooms in the league. What do you think?
The room is deep, honestly.
Yeah.
What you said about Josh Rosen playing well is unbelievable, honestly. And from all accounts, everyone else was saying the same sort of thing. UCLA. There you go. No, honestly, with Trey, with Jimmy, this is a great quarterback room. Even Nate Sudfeld is somebody that is just, perfect to be at the end of the line as a practice squad guy. The 49ers have a great quarterback room at this point, and they really have, like we talked about, a good problem. Jimmy Garoppolo plays, okay, Trey sits. But if Jimmy Garoppolo plays well, then they win games. It's a good problem to have, and the 49ers have a great quarterback room at this point.
It's interesting to think about. Like, I always loved Nick Mullins. Great story. I was rooting for him. Wasn't really into CJ Beathard, but Kyle really likes CJ Beathard. And the way I like Nick Mullins, I think Kyle grew to like Mullins too, but those guys are gone. Sorry. I mean, they invested in you. They worked with you. They liked you. Now you're not good enough. Now they kept Josh Rosen instead. And I think they made the right call. Like, their number 3 quarterback was the 10th pick in the draft, and it's 24. Not bad. Throws a hell of a ball.
I think that's why he has to be there. He has to stay there. His draft pedigree is enough.
Absolutely. So, I mean, Kyle got over those two were part of the family, Beathard and Mullins. They're gone. And now Rosen's here because of what he showed in 6 months. Nate Sudfeld is here, assuming for what he's going to do on the practice squad. And
I think that's Scangarello's pick, right? Like that was Scangarello's guy. So they brought him in because I guess he works well with him and he understands those terms. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just speculating. I think that's what it was. I can't remember.
Yeah, scout team meetings, that kind of stuff. Because Rosen isn't there to really run the scout. You're trying to develop Rosen too.
Mm-hmm.
I would
see
think.
What happens.
So Sudfeld is not a developmental prospect. He's a guy who probably knows the right answers in the meetings and is prepared and a pro. So good for you. It's a very good room.
It is, for sure. And for everything that happened last year with the injuries, I mean, you have to at least now figure out, because you could be down to your third quarterback, as we saw the 49ers end up having last year. So it's always good to have those options. The saying about, your backup quarterback shouldn't really matter, blah, blah, blah. Well, when this team has dealt with this many injuries, Kyle has PTSD at this point, so he's trying to stock that room up with as many guys as he can.
Good point. If Jimmy Garoppolo is your starting quarterback, you need two backups, and you could, the 2 backups of Jimmy Garoppolo, number 3 pick, number 10 pick, pretty good. One of them is one of the most athletic quarterbacks in the league. The other one, even though he's totally mismanaged his career, still has one of the best arms in the league. There's a lot to work with there. Very interesting.
Absolutely.
It's nice to see how easy and natural it is for Rosen. I don't know. It was nice to see.
I was going to say, they don't really cut up his videos and put them out there, honestly. You got to just read about it in an article. It's kind of messed up. Unless the 49ers are trying to protect any sort of good news from Josh Rosen seeping out.
I'm sure that's what it is. And that means they probably would like to put him on the practice squad. And he probably has said that he would be into it because I think he knows what are his options. But if he balls out in camp and there's reports, if he balls out in preseason and people see it, he may not clear waivers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's already won a Super Bowl, so he's pretty much just at this point just trying to keep it going in his career. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
He was the secret ingredient. When the Tampa Bay Bucks go 6-11 this year, people are going to say, "Hey, where was Rosen?" Raymond Martinez Jr. says, "I told you this was the new way, and you were perfecting it. Props to you for showing others the game as well." Appreciate it, Raymond. Yeah, I think we're all going to be independent content creators by 2025, and we got a head start, man. Real quick, just to toot my horn one more time. 31.2 thousand subscribers. NBC Bay Area has 31.6. I'm this close to passing NBC Bay Area, and it's going to mean a lot to me.
And me, 2,150, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, hey, I mean, listen, if the slow grind's the good grind.
That's what I had last year.
Yeah.
That's what I had last year.
I've got day one people who literally have watched me build this channel up from 0 all the way there. Honestly, they're always tuned into all the same shows. They're always donating. Honestly, it's a beautiful thing. I'm good with the slow grind, honestly. And once the season starts, it's going to get better. That's
what I had for 9.5 years. And honestly, it's cool having 100 followers. If you engage with them if you have 100 followers and you engage with them, they'll tell their friends and you will slowly grow. That's what I did. I mean, I used to do hot mic and 3 people would listen. It was like East Bay Chris, Steve in Australia, and maybe one more dude. And you just interact with people and be like, you know what? Grant listens. Grant involves you. You should watch this guy. He's interesting. Word of mouth. It works. I just want to talk about journalism the whole time. Steven Hernandez says Rosen is a legit diamond in the rough. He played with Arizona Dolphins with 0 O-line. He's now got a great team to shine with. Lance benefits.
Well,
That's
we
what I
talked
think.
about it. We talked about it. You know, he's the case study for how quarterbacks are evaluated now. It's completely different. Remember, it was 2-3 years you would get before they made a decision on you.
That's right.
Josh Rosen gets drafted. Sorry, get out of here, Kyler Murray. Now go to Miami. Wait, sorry, get out of here. We're gonna get to a. Honestly, it's just his bad luck. But he is now the blueprint for how many teams evaluate quarterbacks on their timeline. It's scary.
Same thing happened to Dwayne Haskins, right? I mean, for different reasons, but if you don't show something by 23, it could be over for you, man. That team could just replace you the next year. So,
like you said, like you always said, keep drafting quarterbacks until one of them hits. Arizona was with it; they were fine with that. I mean, it worked out well for them because they paired him with a coach who, at least we thought, could utilize him. We could talk about that another day, but it made sense to pair him with Cliff.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe Rosen would still be the starting quarterback for the Cardinals had they gotten the number 2 pick instead of the number 1 pick, and we're in a position to take Kyler Murray. But they made the right call. Sorry, Josh. It just seems interesting that he's in a place where he can slowly put his career back together. I don't know. All right.